evening, everyone. I am Chief Inspector Winston Lewis. Beep, 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 beep. I understand this is a difficult time for your family.
You're damn right it is! I want to know what you're doing wasting time in here while my daughter's killer is still out there!
Well, Mr. Bruce, we have found no evidence of forced entry, and nobody is seen entering or leaving the house. This murderer is very bad at his job. It would seem entirely possible, then, that the killer is in this room.
There are many ways to do the deed, but only the cunning will succeed. Dr. Seuss.
Maybe.
Oh,
Scotland.
a period piece, huh?
November 1945.
Thank you for joining me here, Mr. Bruce. I'm sure this won't take long. Before we begin, I'll need to search your person. Best to get these formalities out of the way.
Is this really necessary?
I'm afraid so. Turn around, please. Bend
Spread your
over.
butt cheeks.
Ah, that's good.
Tot.
Firm, do you work out? You look like you work out.
Look like you work out.
That suit barely fits you.
Oh,
Sorry.
goodness.
Now that that's out of the way,
Yeah,
let's
you have
move
a
on
good
to
tailor,
the
though. Fits you well.
As you know, I have already spoken to everyone else who was present in the house at the time of your sister's death, including your sister! What? We now also completed our initial search of the house, but we'll get to that later.
We're so fucked.
Well, let's start from the beginning, shall we? First of all, we will run through all your activities since your arrival.
Game summary.
The maid says you and your butler arrived shortly after 7 o'clock, and she greeted you at the door. The maid says you made a rather inappropriate remark of a sexual nature towards her.
Good evening, Mr. Aaron. May I take your coat?
Only if I can take your dress. That's happening.
Certainly, my dear, but only if I can take your dress.
Slap his face.
Mr. Aaron, that's no way to talk to a lady.
They do like the, they do the,
Game over. It was intended purely as a light-hearted joke. In retrospect, it may have been inappropriate.
Yes, it is entirely possible to misjudge these situations, isn't it?
Oh, I like his character.
It's worth noting that the butler has also commented on your inappropriate behavior towards the maid.
Mr. Aaron was just making a little joke, George. It's fine.
But he can't talk to.
That's my Scottish girlfriend!
We're related.
Later you went to speak to the maid again, which is curious. Why did you decide to visit the kitchen?
Walking into the pantry, you begin to salivate at the promising scent of roast beef coming from the kitchen beyond. That's a barrel. No, go back. There you are. What's this? Rat poison.
That's the other option. I had some concerns about the way she was being treated. My family can be hard on the new staff sometimes.
That seems like a good reason. I understand the two of you spoke about your father and his temper.
Happy? You honestly think it's a happy day for me? Fuck you! Careful, father. There's no need to make a scene at dinner. I'll show you a scene! Get over here!
No!
Later you had a conversation with your mother. Gloria!
Damn it, I'm too honest. Fuck, I'm bad at murder.
I'm bad at murder too!
She says you spoke briefly about your sister. Apparently you seemed quite concerned about her well-being.
We're worried.
Have you been up to see your sister yet? She has been through an unusually difficult time recently.
You sound worried. You think it's serious?
I have not seen her this bad in a long time.
Yep. Suicide.
Do you remember the summer when she... with the razor in the bathroom?
Ah! Yes. I remember.
Hide the smile, hide the smile, hide the smile, hide the smile. That was the last time I remember seeing...
My mother and I are concerned that my my sister might try to take her own life, as she had attempted once before.
She had she? I will take note of that.
Inspector Detector will remember this.
Inspector Detector.
You discussed the prospect of your moving back to Dunshield. You said you would only move back if your sister was placed in a psychiatric care.
If I were to move back to Dunshield, I would have certain expectations. Oh, and what expectations would those be? Firstly, I refuse to suffer your daily insults. You will need to learn to be more decent towards me. Secondly, I want my sister to be put into care where she belongs. I cannot live with her insanity for another day.
Just hear the back of like,
The cat's breathing the wind again!
that's right, dear, that's right.
I had her own best interests at heart. She belonged in care.
You may be right, Mr. Bruce. However, you seem to be the only one who felt that way.
Oh!
Did you speak to your sister before dinner?
I thought I smelled a rat. Have you come to see me, you little rat?
Not a rat, I'm your brother. Hello, Jennifer. How have you been?
How have I been? What an odd thing for a little rat to ask. Normally they just say, squeak, squeak! You used to have a pet rat, didn't you? Remember what I did to him? Oh, how he squeaked. Such great pain for such a little creature.
No, I didn't see Jennifer until dinner.
Very well, then. Let's move on to the events that take
shit.
place during dinner. I understand there was an argument involving the butler. You felt he was being treated unfairly.
All the damn wine, would you? It's his job.
You gotta keep it Scottish.
You stay out of it, boy. Your mother wants the girl to pour the damn wine, and the girl will pour the damn wine. Well, of course, sir. My apologies.
An interfering little rat, isn't he, Daddy?
Someone has to stand up for the servants around here. My family treats them like dirt.
Indeed. It was good of you to do so, Mr. Bruce. I gather that your father rather lost his temper at one point.
Fuck you! That was nothing out of the ordinary.
Your father often loses his temper at dinner?
My father loses his temper no matter where he is.
I see. Apparently you accused your sister of making unwanted advances towards the maid.
Sophia, would you come here, please?
Uh-oh. Yes, Miss Jennifer?
I just wanted to say that was the loveliest meal I've ever tasted. I don't know how you do it, you cunning pixie.
You are too kind, miss. Of course I will have tea and cakes for you in the drawing room as usual after dinner. Damn it!
Tea and cakes.
You just poisoned the tea and cakes.
Oh, you are so good to me, you sweet thing. So very, very good to me.
Leave the girl alone with your sister. She's obviously not interested in your advances.
Shut up, rat! You ruin everything!
I felt I needed to call attention to it. She was just embarrassing herself. So your sister had strong feelings for the maid. Yes, very strong feelings. But I'm not sure the maid knew it. See, that's fucked, because we left the panties in there. I see. That's the location at the time. Your location at the time of your sister's death. Oh.
Where were you when you heard the maid scream?
Rat poison. Try it. Oh, maybe.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
She's out of it. Yeah.
Poison, the silent weapon of an intelligent killer. Sprinkled over the cakes on the table, it could easily be mistaken for a frosting of sugar. Having added a generous portion of your special topping to the cakes, you step back into the shadows and watch to make sure she eats them. Sure enough, she soon turns to the plate and devours 2 of them in quick succession. The poison works surprisingly quickly. She begins to choke, her skin turns green. She is now a super mutant,
Slash-
stronger and immortal. She
Half
cannot be
mutant,
killed.
Half orc.
Terrible rat queen.
May her reign be long and treacherous.
You've made a terrible mistake.
And a powerful enemy.
Finally, she falls to the ground in front of you. You examine her body to make sure she isn't breathing before placing the container of poison on the desk. The deed is done. It's time to leave this room before someone discovers it.
Get out of here. Go, 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 go. Oh my god, you got 20 seconds, bro. Get the fuck out, get the fuck out. Ah, no, 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 no. Go, 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 go. Go to your room or something. Like, anywhere but there.
Yeah, I'll go to my room.
You were asleep. You were asleep this whole time. Unless you needed to leave.
Oh no, I should have been talking to somebody
Oh, yeah.
to make an alibi. God damn it!
Fuck.
Ah!
Guys, we're not good at murder. I'll use in the guest bedroom.
I see. Thank you. I'll be completely honest with you now, Mr. Bruce. While some of your behavior this evening has been peculiar, I can find no cause for any significant suspicion.
Alright.
Also, I must regard your father as a suspect, even though the evidence is far from conclusive.
Fuck you! Yeah.
I also think the evidence surrounding the maid might be worth another look. The possibility of suicide must be considered, although I am personally unconvinced. Yeah, nobody poisons themselves.
Not with rat poison anyway. You
Just
chug a bunch
yeah,
of
that's
pills or
true.
something. Yeah.
now, as for what happens next,
You're
under arrest forever! You can go, for now, but I would appreciate it if you did not leave town. I may have more questions for you later.
You mean to say you haven't heard?
Although I think I will have some more further questions for your father later. I think another interview with the maid will be required also. It is possible that an inquest might return a verdict of suicide. We'll see. Okay, bye. Cheese screen? Cheese screen? Cheese screen?
Unsolved. Oh, interesting.
Huh. Although the
So you didn't
inspector-
frame anybody. That's interesting. Although the inspector harbored questions about you, you were not brought in for further questioning. Your father was taken in for questioning and initially became the prime suspect, but it was determined that there was not sufficient
I didn't even
evidence
know
to
you
lead
could
to an
do that.
arrest.
We totally should have framed him. He's a
I thought that was
fuckwad.
the whole. I thought that was the whole game. Like I thought you had to frame somebody. That's what I was curious. I'm like, fuck, how do we frame them and get away with it? This is
Well, because we covered our ass well enough. There was no
I think
particular
this is-
motive.
I think this is the easier one to get away with
Oh,
because
yeah.
then everyone else is fighting against you to prove they're fighting against you to prove their innocence. With this one, it's just like, well, they died and it's all kind of weird, but we can't really like. It's all like
that's why. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to try
like
to
a mysterious death, like I fall down the stairs.
Well, that's
that
why
kind of
it
shit.
never occurred to me to try to pin it on the father because he's just unapologetic favoritism towards your sister. Like,
Yeah.
why the fuck would he kill her
Well,
when
that's
he
why.
hates
That's
you
why.
and loves
That's
you?
why the
and
undergarments
loves
are
her?
interesting. Because
bring
what
the
if
undergarments in
what
there.
if it was like an unhealthy?
Oh, that would have been good.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
That's what I'm saying. There's a lot. There's a lot
That's
here.
so good.
That's what I'm saying.
That's so good.
And when she like rejected the advances, and then like especially if she's hitting on the maid, it means she's not even attracted to
Oh,
men,
that's so
much less
good.
her own father. Like,
Oh, that would've been
it's
good.
crazy. Your father, blah 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 blah. You had gotten away with murder. It seemed. However, you had not given them sufficient reason to suspect anyone else either, and your father harbored suspicions of his own. Shit. Some years later, you were surprised to see his obituary in a national newspaper and horrified to learn that he had given his estate and assistance
right.
to a trust. And your goal was also to get the other
I
stuff
forgot about that.
for storage days. You had committed this foul act for nothing. And now, there was nothing at all to give you comfort in the long night. And the demons of your past came to haunt you.
Whoops.
I'd like to give a quick shout out to all our subscribers in Scotland who are currently leaving. We will miss you. We love you. And I wish it couldn't have ended this way. But it will. Bloody hell, George! Who's been responsible for maintaining the gardens? Used to be Big Chuck Willis, sir. He's been dead almost a year now.
They didn't hire anybody. Well, he's dead. The gardens are dead. Die with him. That's it.
A little here and there. Can't do much on account of my bad back now. My sister hasn't offered to help you then? Miss Jennifer isn't really the outdoor type, sir. I know, George. It's a joke.
Like my sister.
Very funny.
They have like forced tired laugh in the parentheses. Like laughter bought with money.
It's called compensated laughter.
Compensated laughter. You heard it here, folks.
That's laughter you can only buy.
The way you'd punctuate that is have like a dollar sign before it and then say ha 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 and then the dollar sign afterward. Very good joke, sir. That's a good one.
Like trying just a little too hard.
That chicken he cost the roof.
To the other side.
Have you considered stand-up, sir?
Let's go inside before the ocean comes to the ship.